right center. That ball is gone into Monument Park.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the 21st episode of the Monument Park podcast. I'm Cole Weintraub.
And I'm Luke Profacci.
And we haven't spoke since September 5th. Lots going on at Syracuse. Football has started. School's getting in the swing of things. Lots of homework. Still need to be social. So we have a lot going on. Like I said, September 5th. And within these last 10 days, the New York Yankees have been not looking too hot. I'll put it that way. I don't necessarily have the what our record was since the last one, but it is not good. We lost a series to the Orioles. We got swept by the Blue Jays. I mean, terrible. I don't know if we'll probably still make the playoffs. I still have confidence that we'll end up making the playoffs because we are the New York Yankees. We're the New York Yankees, for God's sake. But you can't have these stretches in September. It just can't happen. Schedule's looking pretty easy, but we'll see. Luke, how you doing?
Good. The last time we spoke was after the first Orioles game. So since then, we have won 3 games. And 2 of them were yesterday to the Orioles and then the day before the Twins. And we didn't deserve to beat the Twins. And we didn't deserve to beat the Orioles that last time either because it was extra innings. It wasn't like good wins. We've had 0 good wins since we've last spoken. I don't know how you think we're still going to make the playoffs. I've written it off. Everything's gone wrong. Everything's gone wrong. It's so bad. All the bullets I wrote about the Blue Jays and Orioles shows you why we shouldn't make it. We still might, but I don't think we will.
Well, we're kind of going to skim by the Blue Jays and Orioles. Well, actually, Orioles and Blue Jays series. We played the Orioles first. We were talking about one of the games on the last episode. We were in the middle of one. Joey Gallo, who we had been just railing on the whole episode, comes up, hits a game-tying home run. Then Chapman comes in, doesn't have it, and whatnot. But before we get really started, let's check out the flag, Monument Park flag. We're not selling them, but hey, if people want them, let us know. We'll get those out. But yeah, I don't know. I still have this New York Yankees sort of, I don't know how to phrase this, bias. Obviously, I'm a Yankee fan, but they're the Yankees. They're going to I'm not saying they're winning the division, obviously, but they're going to get that wild card spot. They always end up doing it if they're not going to win the division. They seem to do it. They've done it multiple times in the last 5 years, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, that Orioles series, what the heck, man? A series lost to the Orioles in September. You're supposed to look at that series and be like, okay, if we don't get 2 out of 3, yeah, that stinks.
If we don't sweep, it stinks. We lost 2 games at home. Andrew Heaney, what are we doing? Up 5-2 in the 7th. Gone. You're just gone. I don't understand. I really don't. Gary hit a grand slam and another home run, 6 RBIs in 1 game, and we lose. That game was over. That game was literally over. You bring in anybody else. You could have brought in Brooks Kriske or Brody Corner. Is that his name? Brady? Something like that. Brody. Yeah. So, yeah. They get a scoreless inning. Heaney comes in, gives up 4. He lost us the game. I don't know how we lose 2. That should never in a million years happen. No matter what position we are in the standings, we could be 20 games up, resting half our team, and we shouldn't lose 2. And we lost 2 and then followed it up by getting swept by the team that just has a target on our back, flying up the standings, coming for our spot. And now we're going to have to battle down to the last game of the year to get that spot. So even if we do get it, we're going to come in with whatever is left of our broken bullpen shot. Garrett Cole's going to have to carry us. You never know what you're going to get out of this offense ever. It's so inconsistent. So I just don't. There isn't too many positive outcomes that I'm seeing right now. But, I mean, a lot of exciting things have happened, I guess. But none of them, I don't think any of the things that have happened are going to turn into us turning this around and making a run.
I think you make a few good points. Looking like this at the end of the year, blowing a game like the way we did, bringing in Andrew Heaney and not Lucas Litke, who we've brought in high leverage moments. Sure, he hasn't pitched well, but he's in our bullpen. Andrew Heaney's not in our bullpen. Pitch the guy who's been in these situations before. Granted, he hasn't pitched a lot before this year, since, I don't know, 2013, but he's a guy that you put in that situation because he's a relief pitcher, not Andrew Heaney. Me and Luke watched it before we took off for school, actually a little like weeks before we took off for school. Andrew Heaney's first start against the as a Yankee gives up 4 solo shots to the Orioles, and you're bringing him in a 5-run lead. Like, bring in Litke. It's simple. I don't know if Litke had pitched the day before. I don't think he did, but Litke was ready to go, and we didn't bring him in. There has been so much that has happened. Gleyber Torres just is the worst defensive shortstop known to mankind. Terrible. Gleyber Torres. He can't play shortstop. The Yankees are putting too much. No, we're not putting too much pressure on him. How are we putting pressure on him? It's his position.
Not anymore. He's second baseman now. He crumbled. He never looked like a shortstop. I don't know why it took them this long. You try it last year, doesn't work. All right, move him back, figure it out. Because he raked in 2019 when he's at second. Now he gets to shortstop, can't field the ball still, and now he can't hit. He's broken. They broke Gleyber Torres. I don't know what. I don't know what happened.
In 2019, he played a majority of his games at shortstop because Didi had been hurt the whole season. So I don't want to hear this, oh, he was good at second base, because the whole season he pretty much played shortstop. Didi played, I want to say, 50 games and was terrible. We didn't re-sign him. He was hurt the majority of the season. And what did Gleyber do? Hit 38 home runs. He wasn't great at shortstop. I don't know. I can't really remember how great he was. He wasn't very good. I know that. And then the following year, he was terrible. I think he made the most errors of any infielder.
It's just a different. He wasn't the shortstop though. Like, he was like a fill-in. So that's a lot less like, you're coming in off the bench versus, or from another position, versus you're the guy and it's on you. I feel like it messed with him mentally. I don't know what happened with his hitting. I really don't. It could be correlated. It's the only reasonable thing I can think of, is that, like, the pressure of being the everyday shortstop got to him. And he sucks at defense and he knows it. So it's like that affected him in all aspects of the game. But if it wasn't that, then he might just stink now. But I don't know. And then Gio's making a ton of errors now. That's weird. Now he's our shortstop. That's weird. Now DJ's at third. He doesn't have like range. Like,
I didn't know you could be rewarded as the shortstop for playing such bad defense recently. Like, is that just us?
I mean, he's playing better than Gleyber. So I guess by that yes.
Gleyber's just had more opportunities.
Gleyber was out for he hasn't played the whole year, and he's made a ton lately. He had a good stretch. Like, in the middle, he was okay. He was really bad at the beginning. Then he was okay. Now he's so off. I mean, what else do you want? They're not going to play Velasquez or Wade every day. Like, that's not viable. So you kind of have to. What, you think they should?
Why is that not viable? We were winning the majority of our games when we had these scrappy players. That stretch where we had when we were beating the Boston Red Sox and we were beating the Braves, who was playing shortstop? Andrew Velasquez. Who was contributing? Andrew Velasquez. Who's not contributing right now? Gleyber Torres. Play Andrew Velasquez. I don't care what you say. It's Andrew Velasquez.
Everyone around Velasquez, it was the whole, now everyone sucks. It's it wasn't like Andrew Velasquez. Everyone was playing well, and then Andrew Velasquez made us win, and then now we're not, because 1-for-1 swap. Now lots of people have slowed down. Everyone other than Judge and Stanton have been pretty mediocre at best. I don't know. And then Gary with the defense, I'm not surprised at all by this anymore. He there's going to be moments where he just melts down, but that's another thing we're kind of tied into for now. I mean, if we make a wild card game, Higgy's going to play because Cole's going to be pitching. So in that aspect, we don't even have to worry about that until we win the wild card game, which sounds like a heaving a prayer by this point. So there's that. There was Gio, Glaber, Chad Green. I mean, I don't know. Like, he's just really bad at pitching now. He just I mean, Francisco Lindor is his dad.
Okay,
I
we're
don't.
jumping the gun a little bit, but yes.
He gave up 2 big home runs in the Mets series. We didn't have a lead in the Toronto series, so there's nothing to even say about that series. Like, we just got our lunch money stolen at home 4 games in a row and didn't have any fight, it felt like. And now we're just kind of tied with 2 teams for a wild card spot, both in our division. And our last 9 games are Toronto, Red Sox, Rays. So we have a gauntlet. Like, we got to get through this easy stretch. I was talking to someone earlier. We got to win 7 out of these first 9, including yesterday. So I guess 6 out of 8. And then in that last 9, you got to go like 6-3 or it's done.
Yeah, you have to. 28-36 against the division this year. That is terrible. I understand that the division is the best in baseball in terms of just teams winning. 4 80-win teams, I believe. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you don't see that, like, and it's not like, well, obviously Tampa Bay, but it's not like one's like winning on pace for 105 to 110 wins. It's just 4 teams. One's playing better than all 3, but then those next 3 are so tightly compacted together. It's crazy. I've never seen it. Every other division looks like a joke compared to ours. It really does, but the NL East, but every division looks like a joke compared to ours in terms of how many teams win, and it's unfortunate. I remember 3-4 years ago when I was hearing Vlad's name. Devers was coming through. All these names with the Blue Jays, Bichette. I knew that if we didn't take it in 2019, our window is getting smaller and smaller. It's almost closed. And I know you could say, oh, the Yankees window is never closed, but these teams are just better. And we don't really have all that. We don't have that much money to work with, to utilize. We do, but if we're going to stay under luxury tax, like, what's going to put us over the top? Because we've made moves. Garrett Cole is on the Yankees. If you told me after 2019 that Garrett Cole would be a New York Yankee, sure. On last year was on weird circumstances, but it's always been that one pitcher. Get us over the top. Get us over the top. And we got that one pitcher, and look where we're at. And we invested tons of money into him. I'm not saying I don't like Garrett Cole, but this team is underperforming completely. And I don't know when we're going to have a chance to actually win, because these guys, I mean, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., like, was topping, like, he was damn near winning the Triple Crown this year for a while. Like
he's like 3 RBIs out, like, now. Like, he's like going to win it, I think. And he's not going to even win MVP, which is ridiculous. How do you win? Like, Ohtani's still going to be the MVP, and Vlad's doing what he's doing.
He's in his 3rd season. Like, this is crazy. And it's not just him. You got Bo. They signed Springer. Gurriel hits.
Semien has like 50 home runs, it feels like. Semien hits a home run every night. They have such a good lineup, and their lineup's just constructed well, and ours isn't. And that's the difference. It really is the difference, to be honest. We don't have the lineup construction to consistently win games, no matter who our ace is, no matter who's pitching well in the bullpen. We have a very low percentage of getting the offense, defense, or no, offense, starting pitching, and bullpen all doing well at the same time because of how the team's built. It's just unfortunate. We're just not as good as these teams that can consistently win day in and day out.
In terms of righties and lefties, that Blue Jays lineup is like all right-handed. So they're just better.
It's the type of hitters. It's the type of hitters, though. They all, like, okay.
I was getting there, but I mean, Vlad's hitting what 315, just over 300. They've got Semien. I mean, these are all guys. They got guys who are hitting 270, but with home run numbers. They've got Vlad who's hitting 300. They've got Bichette who's hitting close to 300. They have depth. They have Jake Lamb on their bench. They have Corey Dickerson on their bench. They have Kirk who owns Garrett Cole. Of course, they've got Reese McGuire who can swing the bat. I mean, this team has so many guys that can just hit the ball. Granted, their pitching's not great, but that doesn't seem to matter when they come into the freaking Bronx and sweep us like we had no chance ever. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I don't really know what to say about that stretch of games. And then we have to go play the Mets, which I just don't want to. Nothing against the Mets. Well, everything against the Mets. But like, that's not where I was going with that. I just don't like the way that the Mets kind of like change the way that they play against us. It's like they could be on a bad stretch and then all of a sudden they're playing good baseball against us.
We get every team's best punch every night, which I think is part of, like, the Orioles don't care against these other teams, which sucks. We get it. We get the tax with that. We get the tax at the trade deadline. We have to pay more than everybody else. There's a price to pay to being involved in the New York Yankees, and we haven't been able to overcome it lately. And you can see it. We haven't won a championship in over 10 years, over a decade. Yeah, and the Mets, we go to their house, and they're going nuts, and they jump on Monty, and then we lose by 7 runs without even blinking. It was ridiculous.
I mean, we took a lead early. You had a ball hit to left field. Joey Gallo, one of the most respected arms in all of baseball. You see the ball hit to Gallo. You're probably not going to send your guy unless it's, Mondesi, Billy Hamilton. I mean, anyone with the right mind isn't sending him there, especially since how shaky Montgomery was with the strike zone in that, I believe it was first inning. They send Jonathan VR, who is fast, sure, but it didn't matter how fast he was because the ball beat him by 3 steps. And Gary Sanchez gets it in his hands and like kind of just jabs at it at like his upper body. Get the tag down. Like, I swear we do things that are taught so early in a baseball career, a baseball life, and we do it wrong. We're on the biggest stage. We're the New York Yankees, and we're making little league mistakes. Put the ball on, get the glove on the ground, get him in the foot. He's sliding feet first. He's not sliding head first. Okay, if he like swam him, okay. Hey, he made a good slide. Baez does it all the time. He slid in feet first. Get the tag down. Was he going to swim move when he's sliding feet first? He going to like jerk his body left or right? No. I mean, that right there, in my opinion, killed the game. I know he went on to give more runs, but just so deflating. Letting them tie it. Or go ahead. I forget.
Yeah. We were already struggling. The game, what a sad game that was. There's just no life coming off 6 out of 7 losses at home to divisional opponents, not named the Red Sox or the Rays. When you think about it like that, it's really ridiculous. That game made me think we were never going to punch back. And then the second game, we come in and we come out firing, hitting bombs, probably stealing signs with the whistling. I don't know. I saw it on Twitter. I mean, you hear whistling, but if we're tipping pitches, then it is what it is.
People whistle at baseball games.
Yeah, I don't know. Now everybody cheats now, I guess, so you just got to roll with that. But Yeah, I mean, Higgy, Guardy, and Judge all went big fly off Walker. And then Kluber just gives it right back. I don't he needs to figure it out like now, or he's just not going to pitch, or he's just going to go to the bullpen, and then it's just going to be another waste of money. Yeah, like what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I told you, like, I want to say after his Angels start when he came out flat and then got lit up, and I said I was like I had no patience, and then you said you'd give him another start, and he gave up like 3 runs to the Orioles, and then I was like, okay, but then he comes in here, and I understand we won the game, but we had a 5-run lead, and it's gone because of him. I'm done with him.
Oh yeah, I don't care that we won the game. He's done. You can't. We have no one else, but he isn't it. But it just shows you we don't have what it is, especially with Tyone on the shelf now. He's in a walking boot. He's not Kurt Schilling. He's not just gonna hobble out there and give us a playoff start. He's probably done. Loizaga has like a severely sprained rotator cuff or whatever. That's not good. You need your rotator cuff to throw. He's done. Like, we have no arms. Nobody left. It's Garrett Cole in the wild card game if we even get there, and then literally pray. Pray. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. We choked this league.
Is Garrett Cole even healthy? I mean, he got hurt in the Blue Jays series. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, we don't even have Garrett Cole. When he got hurt, I think I lost my mind. I was sitting in the dining hall down in the Sadler dining hall here at Syracuse, seeing that Garrett Cole got pulled in the 4th inning. And I wanted to scream and shout and let it all out. I didn't go, oh. I just sat there and just one of these. Because if Garrett Cole's not there, I wasted my time watching the second half, because you put all your energy in, you have the right guys, but then you get an injury with your best pitcher. And I don't want to hear the Mets lost Jacob deGrom. I don't care. Garrett Cole getting hurt at the end of the season. deGrom's had injuries. Garrett Cole getting hurt at the end of the season is completely just ripping any bit of heart that I had left. So I don't know if we'll have him. So I don't know how we're going to get
throwing triple digits yesterday. He's fine. He pitched yesterday.
I didn't know that. No, I did know that. Now that see what it's doing to me when the Yankees go lose 2 out of 3 to the Orioles and then get swept by the Jays at home and lose 6 out of 7. That is quite the sunset behind you. I really don't know how I can put any more, energy in the team. Yeah, I'll watch the Yankee Mets series, but when they're playing the Baltimore Orioles on a Tuesday night, I'm not getting home and getting my, dinner and rushing back to my dorm to go watch Garrett Cole pitch. I didn't even know Cole pitched. I forgot. So there goes a whole rant that I didn't need to make because it's really funny actually. It's Garrett Cole's back, but
we have Garrett Cole. We don't have anything behind him, but we have him. Where Judge, okay, so we're down 7-5 because we have no pitching. Judge comes in and just hits a bomb. I mean, he is gonna. The fact that we wasted this Aaron Judge season is such a disappointment. He's put the team on his back, and Stanton's been well too. It's our 2 main guys, and everything around him just fell apart. And there's nothing. We wasted our golden. This was the year where everyone. We were talking about, when Judge and Stanton are healthy and playing well, we're going to be unstoppable. This was that year, and we wasted it. So I don't want to hear that anymore. It's our fault. He's gone. And then 7-7, and then Voigt hits into a double play, but then Bias throws it to Mars. So we steal a run, and then we steal a win pretty much because he's a bad defensive player.
It looked like Manute Bol trying to shoot a 3-pointer. He's just like not. He stood up and like threw it to first. It may have been the worst double play turn I've ever seen. I don't want to hear that. The guy was sliding into. No, that was the worst double play turn ever.
It's like that's how we win a game. Like perfect. But yeah, no, I mean Judge is then team on their back. DJ's had a couple good games, but he's still not DJ LeMahieu. Now he's third baseman DJ LeMahieu, so I wonder how that's gonna go. And then I mean Guardy's been scrapping together, but other than that, I don't know.
I mean, I tip my cap to Brett Gardner. He's been just going up there and just sitting fastball and hitting fastball. Yeah, he looked pretty bad against Edwin Diaz in the 9th inning the other night. Yeah, because he was sitting fastball and he got slider and he looked stupid. Yeah, but how much do you expect from Brett Gardner? If I'm like Brett Gardner, if I'm like realistically like sitting back and watching Brett Gardner, and I know he's just gonna, sit fastball, and he still has good bat speed. He still can get to the fastball. So if that's what he is, just a good fastball hitter, and he can't hit anything else, I'll take it. Just because I don't really know who we have other than him. We really don't have anybody else. Yeah, the 9/11 ceremony was super cool. We didn't get to watch all of it, but having the teams come together and then following up with the next night was kind of funny. But having the teams come together and really unite New York as a whole. 9/11 is easily one of the most devastating days in our country's history, and it's a very touchy subject because it's so upsetting. But baseball is America's pastime. There's only a few sports that you can say that you could bring people together, and I'd say baseball is one of them. And nothing better than having the two New York teams go at it. Joe Torre and Bobby Valentine throwing out the first pitch. I mean, it was super cool. I wish I was home to go to the game and experience that because it was a hell of a game too. That Aaron Judge game, just the 2 homers, the home run that he hit, so clutch. I mean, I probably would have been there, just probably on the verge of tears, just because of the moment, the game. Just a very cool experience. We won a Fox game. Well, that doesn't happen, but it was the Mets, and that's all that matters. And then you cap it off with the Chappie save, which got a little shaky. Albert Abreu got 2 quick outs. I'm telling Luke, don't praise him. He subtly said something, and I knew, I was like, oh, I knew he was gonna say something. I was like, I should have just said, don't say a word. We're having a silent inning, and he got out of it. And then he gave it to Chappie, and he did his thing. But yeah, Judge, Guardian, Stanton, all multi-hit games. Gotta love it. Judge, and like you said, Judge and Stanton have both been healthy the whole year. I know we've had other injuries, but there's no excuses. Like, these guys are playing their best brand of baseball. Like, the 2 guys, not the team. The 2 guys. We win one nationally televised game, so we just got to screw up the next one, right? Take it away.
Yeah. The 9/11. I mean, it just shows you that it's bigger than sports sometimes, and that's really good to see. We get all caught up in the day to day and all the ups and downs of a year, but it felt good to kind of come together and just watch a game for everything else. I always appreciate that. It sucks that it's because of something like 9/11, but I mean, yeah, they did it right. It was good to see the teams come together and stuff. It was good to see. And then get back to baseball the next day. And I mean, we had a good start. Giancarlo hit a double, opposite field double. It was really nice looking. And then Gallo hits a sack fly, his second ever sack fly, which is just the most ridiculous stat I've ever heard in my life. Like, what? What do you mean second sack fly ever? I mean, that's just like whatever. I don't even want to talk about that.
I do. Joey Gallo has I am over how many? He has about like 2,400 plate appearances in his career, and he has 2 sack flies. Not only is he the most typical 3 outcome hitter, he in terms of like a team hitter, like helping out your team, hitting ground balls to the opposite side, getting guys over. He can't even do that. I, I mean, yeah, I guess I wouldn't expect him to do a lot of that if he's just striking out every time he doesn't put the ball in play. But, well, obviously, or walking. But 2 sack flies, buddy. Are you kidding me? I thought that stat was fake. Actually, it didn't. He kind of stinks.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't harp on him in the little Orioles Blue Jays rant. Partly because he hit that home run, and partly because we just know who he is. He's gonna come in every once in a while, hit a really pretty looking home run, and then have a good arm and have good defense, and then hit 190 and strike out every time. But yeah, jumped on him early, got 2 runs, feeling good. Clark looked like 2009 to 2010 AJ Burnett. Couldn't find the zone. Was getting out stuff for a while. And then Lindor comes up and hits a moonshot. Wasn't the last one he hit. But that really put a nail in the balloon right there. I mean, if he got out of that, he would have been fine. But just, yeah, I don't know. He just hung a pitch.
I thought that was the dagger, really. Like early in the game, I thought that was like the gut punch. I thought that was what was going to put the Mets over the top, but we still battled.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, that's a game we're typically dead in because our offense is usually dead if it's not scoring like at will. Usually one of those two. But Glaber, I mean, got his hands inside on a heater. I haven't seen that in a minute. Poked one to left. Yeah, it's like, who's this guy? 5-4, hit a bomb, and then Lindor again from the right side. This is just a slap in the face at this point. Second home run of the game, 6-4. I mean, you can't keep pitching this guy. And then he's talking trash. I don't know what the deal was with the whistling. Was he? I couldn't tell if he was saying that like we were stealing signs or just we were being obnoxious. Either way, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really get it, but sure.
I have a pretty good grasp on it. He thought we were stealing signs. He didn't hear it. He didn't say it, but he believes that we did. And he's going around telling Glaber, like, pretty much that, like, he didn't have to steal signs and hit a home run, pretty much like saying, like, keep whistling. Along those lines, Wandy threw a changeup, his best pitch. Well, that's what, have you seen Wandy pitch? His changeup, I mean, Wandy's been pretty good. His changeup low and away to Lindor. I mean, and he hits it dead central, like 440. That's a bomb. So once again, I dip my cap, not really, but I mean the trash talk, and then our favorite pitcher comes in the game, trotting in from the bullpen to face Giancarlo Stanton after giving up a leadoff base runner, and boom, Brad Hand sucks. He really sucks. That Stanton home run was majestic, and he hit second base, and he's like just back trotting, walking, whatever you want to call it. That was cool. Bench is clear, and after such a night of unity and coming together, these two teams, and if Taijuan Walker's tipping his pitches, what's the problem? It's him doing it. He's doing it, and we're gonna take advantage of it. So, not our fault. And I loved. Sorry to go back, but I loved how they had a meeting on the mound before Judge came up, and then Judge hits a home run. Like, that worked. Thanks, John VR. But yeah, I mean, this beef, I mean, I guess you needed it. Guardy's doing this. I love it. It's
it's not like beef. Like they're just calling us out for stealing signs, and then we hit a home run. I don't know. I liked Stanton talking, but I don't think you got to stop. Like it wasn't really. I don't know. It wasn't worth it. And then like Lindor and Baez acting like they want Stanton to come back over there. Like, oh yeah, like you do. Okay. And then you just it cuts, and then Judge is looking huge. Voigt's looking huge. Garrett Cole's almost breaking his leg getting out there. Like he's freaking out. We would kill them. Like that's not what they wanted.
Did you see, like, do you remember when it was like they had the camera in the dugout and it's Luke Voigt in his like sleeveless like hoodie and he's just standing there like, and why? And then Nestor's standing right next to him, just like just, just watching it all happen. I thought that was funny. Yeah, I mean, we are the most terrifying group of guys in terms of a fight in baseball. Aaron Judge, Luke Voigt, Jordan Montgomery, Giancarlo Stanton, Aroldis Chapman coming in, Cuban Missile out the pen. I mean, he looked like David Robertson in that Detroit Yankee fight. He was just moving. So, I mean, I don't know.
I thought it was stupid. I don't know. I don't see, like we're doing that. Like neither of us are gonna make the playoffs. Like maybe we do. They're not. I don't know why. It just felt stupid, and it felt stupid to acknowledge it because every time we acknowledge it, like the Astros thing, I feel like every time something happens with the Red Sox, every time we open our mouths, it just bites us. And then bringing Chad Green in for Francisco Lindor doesn't help too much either. And I mean, you did everything you could to make sure that didn't happen. You played the Vasgersian in 2017, Lindor the swing and a drive, and then the next pitch, swing and a drive. It's just like, I mean, if that's not going to stop it, then I don't know what is. I get left speechless a lot, but like that time I really couldn't even tell you what was going through my head because it was laughably predictable. Just the season we're having. The Altuve twice, this, and they're all off Chad Green, who is like our second best bullpen pitcher right now, and he stinks. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah, we lose. I mean, we rallied in the ninth and lost. Nothing else to say. We lost. We talked and we lost again. So it just is what it is.
Yeah. Not really any other way to put it. I'm a firm believer in not saying something like opposite to jinx it. I was trying to jinx the jinx and it didn't work. And I'm not going to blame myself because Chad Green threw 95 down the 97. Actually, it was actually reared back and fired this one down the middle. And the guy has shown great bat speed, like pretty much the whole series. And you give him that pitch. And then now that's Francisco Lindor is now a New York Met. He's hitting 230. That's nice. If that's New York Met, I mean, if there's anything that's New York Met, paying your shortstop over $300 million for 230, yeah, you can go. Are the Yankees losing?
No, on MLB's picture of Lindor that night, I went back and I commented, they've been dominant all year. Excited to watch them play in the playoffs, especially Lindor. He's had a career year. And I'd met fans like liking it, like as if I was being serious. Like the guys, they're missing the playoffs. They're not making the playoffs. And Lindor's been terrible. And they're acting like that was his Kodak moment. I just thought it was ridiculous. But I mean, I don't know. It's just been too many of these games, and we can't keep doing this. And then,
I mean, we're on the wrong side of every game of the year. Like, I was thinking 9/11 was like a great game because, you know, you had just the whole, you know, environment, and you had like later on in the game, Pete Alonso hitting a ball to the track, which was also probably the most predictable home run, but it didn't happen. He hit it to the wall. Luke was like, that ball was to the warning track or over the wall, and there was nothing. Yeah. Pete Alonso hit a walk-off home run with Albert Bray the year before. I mean, we came out on the right side of that one, but really, like, again, like Field of Dreams, that one. I mean, there have been so many just gut wrenching. I keep saying gut wrenching because it just happens all the time. Losses. I've become like, I think, mentally stronger now because of how much I've had to go through in 1 year. And I don't want to hear, just what it's like to be a Mets fan. No, you don't know. You don't know how many times I've heard that this year, and it makes me angrier, angrier. We're nothing like you. We're winners. You're losers. Period.
I don't think it's making me stronger. Like, I literally think we as Yankee fans are going to die sooner because of what we've had to go through this year. I hope there's never, I mean, I don't even know. It's not even the playoffs yet, and we're just dying the whole time. It's such a disaster of a team in terms of late game heroics and primetime games. And then we limped in to Minnesota, or home to play Minnesota, and we almost got punched in the mouth again.
Well, we were losing 5-0. And you said like earlier, like the Yankees didn't deserve to win that game, but when you make a 5-run comeback, it washes out the 5 runs that you gave up, in my opinion. I mean, you made the 5-run comeback.
Aren't they in like last place? Like, they stink. We should be beating them by like 5 runs a game. I know it's baseball and like that doesn't happen, I guess, but I mean, realistically, Aaron Judge had to come in and bail us out again, is what I'm saying.
Oh, but we were whistling. Yeah. Okay. I don't know like the laws of the game. I don't really know how that works. I'm sure having someone in center field use binoculars and then have someone whistle is against the rules. But I'm not going to sit here and listen to these people on Twitter like confirm that the Yankees are cheating, because there's no proof. Like there's nothing like concrete. This is just all baloney. Maybe these people are like adding whistle sounds in the background just to, change things up, because they just expect, oh, well, if we post a video of people whistling in the background, no one's going to go check it, right? I'll go back and I'll watch the highlight, and maybe there will be whistling, who knows, but really, we're doing that at a away game? I don't know if that works.
Astros got to keep their ring. Like, what? Okay, like we're cheating. After they didn't get suspended and they got to keep their ring. Cheating accusations just are irrelevant now, because I guess it doesn't change anything.
What is it going to do? What is it going to do to us? Nothing. What are they going to like forfeit the season?
Take away the ring we didn't win? Like, I don't care. Whatever. Yeah, let's get those. I don't even know the term. When you get those wins vacated, like they do in college basketball. Like, okay, yeah, let's get the 2017.
Negated.
It's vacated, I think. I'm pretty sure. It could be one of those. Yeah, so if we get the 2019 wins vacated, like I'll sleep tonight. But I mean, these last two, that Twins game was just a stinker, and then Aaron Judge came in, did his thing. Gallo hit a bomb. Guardy hit a sac fly. We chipped away, got the big hit at the end, and then got a big scoreless inning from Clay Holmes. And then Gio came in, couldn't bunt. That was weird. But then Gary hit a double, so we won. So we needed to win, and we won. So it was good.
I know it's a little late, but I want to just talk about Chad Green for a second. I wasn't alive, and nor was I watching, but I know the Yankees, and I believe 2007, I think it was Torrey's last season, they had a pitcher by the name of Scott Proctor, and Scott Proctor pitched like every single day and completely burned him out. That it's Chad Green. If you look, okay, let me get my years right. It was 2006. he pitched in a league-leading 83 games out of the bullpen. 83 games. Congrats. I mean, he ended up pitching till 2011. He had a little break in between. He actually pitched for the 2011 Yankees, which I had no idea. Maybe I did. But 83 games. He actually pitched really well in 2007. He pitched in 83 games again. I mean, they literally tried to kill this guy. Like, this guy, I don't know what this guy did to them, but they were trying to kill him. I want to see how many games Chad Green's pitching this year. 59. Okay, well, I want to say Chad Green's overused, but I guess it's two different things a bit. Two different games, two different time periods. Guys used to pitch in a lot more games. Didn't really care about
Didn't
ERA.
throw as hard. I feel like all gas. It's kind of a different pitching style, which I think I don't think Chad's pitching style is as sustainable as many of the others, because it kind of feels like he only really has 2 pitches and then like a third sometimes, which is not a good sustainable. It's good for a short period of time. Short meaning like a couple years, like we got out of him, but then now it seems like he's kind of toast. I don't know.
Chad Green is the embodiment of the fake ERA. His ERA this year is 3.28. I feel like his ERA is 6. I mean, that's kind of just like what it feels like. Opponent's batting average 195. Like striking out 31.3% of the hitters he faces, 4.7 home run percentage. I'm sure there's a stat that jumps off here that we're not seeing. In 2019, his exit velocity was 92.9. It's down to 88.3 this year. Like, it's not, well, he was throwing harder then. So that makes more sense. But he's very annoying. But then again, like, they've used him a lot. When you have 2 pitches, how hard is it to adjust? And that's his fault for having 2 pitches. But really, like, that's the pitcher he is. So we have to work around that. And we have nobody else in the bullpen. So they're just going to keep using him, and he's just going to keep on giving up those big hits. We win the Orioles game last night. Supposedly Garrett Cole's back. And we hit like a home run. Everyone hit a home run. DJ LeMahieu hit a home run. Gallo hit a home run. Judge and Stanton hit homers. And it was just a very low stress 7-2 win. And I believe we're playing right now. Did I just get an alert? Cedric Mullins robbed a home run off Gary Sanchez. That's nice. Oh, that's beautiful.
I was trying to get the clip up on my phone, and then it messed with my AirPods. So now I don't know if you can really hear me or if I can hear you. But yeah, he Mike Trouted it in center field at Camden pretty much. It was ridiculous looking.
Well, Nezzy's gone 2 innings and struck out 5 hitters. So have a day, Nez. That kind of wraps it up. I don't want to give out a date because with college and managing our time, it's very challenging. We'll get, I'd probably say 17 more games. I want to say we're going to get another one out, and then we're going to get one maybe after the end of the season, like right after the end of the regular season. I don't know how much time it's going to be between the last game and a potential wild card. It really depends on, we're going to have the end episode. We'll still post episodes in the off season. We might have a World Series, no, we're not doing that, but I'm just throwing ideas around, but another 2 more episodes for sure. And then obviously if we move on, we're going to have that second episode might be a preview of that game. And then if we just keep winning, there's going to be episodes more frequently. Not really sure how we're going to do it.
The better they play, the more, like, if we do what we're supposed to do with this easy 9-game stretch, and then we're in the last 9 and we're up like a game or 2, then it'll probably be like, you're going to hear from us more than if we just like stink and don't, like, because then it's like, what are we going to talk about? We're not going to get on here and just say we stink every like 6 days if we're not going to make the playoffs. The better they play, probably more likely you'll get more consistent episodes because we'll have more things to keep updated on. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, I want to say it again. We've been getting a lot of support lately from our friends here and just in general. It's cool to have because, you kind of start your own brand and it's yours and you can do whatever you want with it. Well, with boundaries, but it's our thing and it's been our thing since April, and it's cool to just continue on and just have it be our thing for a long time. Yeah, I don't have much else to offer. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Keep up on social media. We'll have more news on what we're planning on doing if we get to the postseason with the live game reactions. It might not be directly, it'll probably be Monument Park related. Monument Park after hours, Adult Swim. I don't know how to phrase that, but yeah, it's that pretty much wraps it up. Lukey, anything else to offer?
Yeah, I mean, thank you guys. This is fun. I enjoy doing this. This is a lot of fun. We both have a lot of fun doing this. If the team goes on a run, we're gonna have a really fun next month or so, or however long they take it. But yeah, no, either way, this is super fun. It's always fun getting on here and talking. So yeah, thank you guys. That's pretty much it. See you next time.
And for the 5th time, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.